Good evening, America. This is Daniel Carter, and welcome to Daniel Carter Reports. Tonight, we are following major developments in the rapidly escalating conflict involving Iran, the United States, and Israel. Over the last several hours, new military actions, strategic warnings, and regional tensions have emerged, indicating that the situation in the Middle East is becoming increasingly volatile. According to statements from U.S. defense leadership, the coming hours could witness some of the most intense military strikes against Iran since the beginning of the conflict. The U.S. Secretary of Defense indicated that American forces are preparing for a significant escalation in military operations. The objective, according to the briefing, is to weaken Iran's missile capabilities, disrupt its defense infrastructure, and limit its ability to launch further attacks in the region. Reports from inside Iran indicate that heavy explosions have been heard across several parts of Tehran. Videos circulating on social media appear to show powerful blasts lighting up the night sky in western areas of the Iranian capital. Some residential complexes and buildings appear to have suffered damage during these strikes. While the full scale of casualties remains unclear, the intensity of the explosions suggests that these attacks may be among the strongest strikes the city has experienced since the conflict began. Another significant development has been reported in Iran's Kerman region. According to multiple reports, an oil storage facility was targeted during a strike believed to involve American and Israeli forces. Footage from the area shows large fires and heavy smoke rising into the air, suggesting serious damage to energy infrastructure. Oil facilities are considered highly strategic targets during wartime because they directly affect a country's economic stability and fuel supply. Meanwhile, footage has also surfaced showing the destruction of an Iranian naval vessel associated with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The incident reportedly occurred near the southern Iranian coastal region of Kangan. It is not yet confirmed whether the strike was carried out from the air or from naval forces. However, the destruction of such a vessel highlights the increasing pressure on Iran's naval capabilities in the region. Iran has responded to these attacks by launching additional waves of missile strikes. Iranian media sources claim that the country has initiated what they describe as the 34th wave of missile launches targeting American and Israeli positions. According to these reports, the strikes included multiple missile systems and potentially cluster-type weapons. Videos released by Iranian outlets show missiles being launched rapidly. Missile and drone activity has also been reported across several neighboring regions. A wave of attacks included several ballistic missiles and dozens of drones. Air defense systems in the region were activated, and many of the incoming threats were intercepted before reaching their intended destinations. However, the scale of these launches demonstrates how intense and widespread the confrontation has become. One of the most concerning developments involves new types of military technology. Analysts suggest Iran may be deploying unmanned underwater vehicles. These systems are believed to be capable of traveling long distances, potentially reaching ranges of up to 600 kilometers and operating at speeds up to 25 knots. Another critical factor is the strategic importance of the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian officials have issued warnings that this narrow waterway could become a major pressure point. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important oil transit routes in the world, carrying approximately 20% of global oil supplies. Any disruption in this area could have massive economic consequences worldwide, affecting energy markets and international trade. From the American perspective, officials have made it clear that their primary objectives remain focused on military infrastructure. According to the U.S. defense briefing, the targets include missile facilities, defense manufacturing centers, and elements of Iran's naval forces. The goal of these operations is to significantly reduce Iran's ability to carry out further missile attacks across the region. Israel has also been heavily impacted by the ongoing conflict. According to reports, more than 2,000 people have been hospitalized since it began. In the most recent 24-hour period alone, nearly 200 injured individuals were transported to hospitals across the country. At the same time, diplomatic signals are also beginning to emerge. Former U.S. President Donald Trump recently stated in an interview that the U.S. may be open to negotiations. According to his remarks, discussions could take place if the appropriate terms are established. However, tensions between both sides remain extremely high. It is unclear whether diplomatic efforts will gain traction in the near future. Taken together, these developments indicate a more dangerous phase. Heavy airstrikes, missile launches, drone warfare, and warnings about global oil supply routes are all unfolding simultaneously. Security analysts warn that the situation could escalate further if additional countries become involved or if key infrastructure targets continue to be struck. For now, governments and observers around the world are watching the situation very closely as events continue to unfold hour by hour. This is Daniel Carter reporting for Daniel Carter Reports.